Welcome to Deprogrammer channel on YouTube and Deprogrammer 2 on Rumble and BitChute. If you haven't already, please subscribe to all my Deprogrammer channels so you won't miss out on coming content due to censoring. Support me on BuyMeACoffee, Patreon, or by clicking the support donation button depending on which platform you're viewing this video from. Follow me on social media on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest for updates and art posts. Visit my eBay store for purchasing arts and crafts directly from me, or visit my ZAZZLE store for a wide variety of products with original Ari Stone Art designs printed on them, such as t-shirts, hats, masks, and mugs. Welcome back. It's been a little bit since I last uploaded due to a lot of legal matters to attend to and then just needing a break from things. In this short video, I show you an intellectual property dream vision record where I documented a dream state conversation with David Wilcock exactly 5 years ago as of September 26, 2021, about what he is peddling now to the public to invest in with him: hover cars. For those who haven't watched my channel before, I see things in dreams before they occur in waking states, and I show the factual evidence here. And yes, all of my dream journal records and emails containing PDF photo files of my dream visions as emailed to Corey Goode during 2017 can be subpoenaed by the Denver Federal Court because all of my records are legally intellectual property, and they are tangible. In my September of 2016 Dream Vision IP record, I had a conversation with David Wilcock where he asked me my opinion about hover cars, and in September of 2017, I emailed it to Corey Goode. Now, let's compare my dream vision from 5 years ago with the recent and matching waking state occurrences. On September 21st, 2021, Truth Seekers live streamed part 1 of David Wilcock's newest scam, free energy and hover cars.
So what we're going to have coming up for you is an amazing 6-week course, which is partly intended to help us crowdfund the actual initiative to bring out anti-gravity and free energy.
Now he has the balls to mention crowdfunding. Just so everyone is aware, David Wilcock was caught, dead to rights, selling a PayPal donation scam for Pete Peterson. He was caught dead to rights promoting, that was a GoFundMe crowdfunding scam. And I will say on the record that the Pete Peterson GoFundMe was a scam. Every word in the text body used asking people for money was a lie. Next, there was the PayPal donation scam by Emery Smith. He said in a 5-page blog post that Emery Smith was under attack from the deep state and ended up in the hospital, and they killed his dog and they crashed his car and all this stuff happened. Turns out Emery Smith is a falling down drunk alcoholic and was in the hospital for alcohol poisoning, not for a deep state attack. And he promoted both of those scams on Jimmy Church's show, to the best of my recollection. And Jimmy Church has never even acknowledged or apologized to the UFO community or anybody who donated to those two scams.
I caught snippets of this live show, and a little bit later it occurred to me, oh yeah, I had a dream vision where David Wilcock was asking me what I thought about hover cars, and I emailed that to Corey Goode during 2017. So I went back into my records and found it. If you'd like to read the lightly redacted record, you can view it on my Patreon page or at BuyMeACoffee, and you'll find the links in the write-up below. It's interesting to note this dream vision occurred almost exactly 5 years prior Truth Seekers' coverage of Wilcock's hover car claims, and the live stream occurred almost exactly 4 years after the dream vision was emailed to Corey Goode. The question becomes, did Corey Goode and David Wilcock again make up this latest hover car claims based on my dream vision? Or did I foresee it and have a dream state conversation with David Wilcock 5 years prior, him claiming in waking states he's going to develop hover cars? These are answers I can only get with legal investigation via the Denver federal courts to determine when Corey Goode opened my emails and attached PDF Dream Vision IP files, and if they went somewhere else after that, like to David Wilcock.
So we're going to be releasing a 5-week course where I'm interviewing a new insider who I've actually known for 12 years, and we're giving him the name Ben for now. You'll find his real name when the course starts.
Why can't he release his real name? In the text body trying to sell the course, David Wilcock is claiming that this person is an aviation CEO and has been for 10 years. But he also mentions Pete Peterson in that same post. And for those that don't know, Pete Peterson is now dead. He's been milking a dead source for years now. Pete Peterson was a complete and total fraud. His background was fake. His education was fake. His military service was fake. He claimed he won awards from the Russian government, the Order of Lenin Award. That was fake. He claimed all kinds of things. That's the level of his vetting skills. Pete Peterson claimed to be a science and technology advisor to Ronald Reagan, yet there's no mention of him in the Ronald Reagan library. And there would be if he was a real science and technology advisor. So Pete Peterson was a complete and total fake source. And David Wilcock is saying the guy came from Pete Peterson. Great. So you got a new fake source, and I'm making assumptions. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get the guy's name. We'll try to vet whether he was a real CEO of an aircraft company or an aerospace company, and I guarantee you that there's going to be some problems with this so-called insider's background.
To quickly summarize the key parts of the dream vision, I was in a class setting. David and I were teaching classes in separate adjoined rooms. I had a blob of money, my art was involved, and I mentioned a pair of shoes that I used to regularly wear to school with my uniform. At the end of the dream vision, I remembered and wrote, "Oh yeah, Wilcock asked me about hover cars," and I also documented my response. These key elements are important because they all relate to current waking state data, so here are the similarities. In the dream vision, David and I were teaching in separate but adjoined classrooms. In waking states, Dave and I teach about dreams, but not together, though our teachings are adjoined because of what is occurring now. In the dream, I had a blob of cash of $100 bills and felt to even have $10,000. This is interesting because in waking states, Stephen Cambion also mentions on Truth Seeker's YouTube channel that David Wilcock's other crowdfunding scam was for Convergence Pictures LLC, where Wilcock asked for money donations in $10,000 increments.
But previous to those two scams, David Wilcock ran another crowdfunding scam called Convergence Pictures LLC, in which he collected crowdfunding in $10,000 chunks. In other words, to be an investor in his new film company, Convergence Pictures LLC, you had to donate at least $10,000. I don't know how much David Wilcock collected. He won't answer any questions about how much money he collected for Convergence Pictures LLC. But one thing I do know is that David Wilcock never produced any products for Convergence Pictures LLC, and he never refunded all the investors' money. So what are we up to? Is that 3 scams now?
Thankfully, I never invested in that scam of Wilcock's, but I did fall prey to his Pete Peterson GoFundMe scam, and that is part of the legal arguments against him in the Denver federal court right now. Also, in the dream, I was thinking about buying a VIP pass, and in waking states, Wilcock is pushing the VIP pass for his hovercar course if you sign up before his deadline, and his latest hovercar course scam is $333.
That's my wish for David Wilcock, that he finally gets arrested for all these scams he's been running for years and gets sent to a prison where he's forced to work every day.
I was not sure if we were ever going to get this technology otherwise. So the full course itself normally is $333. You can get $111 off if you have been a previous customer of mine.
Yeah, so if you've been a previous victim of David Wilcock and bought his course where he was going to teach you how to ascend and then you didn't ascend, just throw in a couple $100 more for his new latest scam. Sure, that sounds like a good deal.
So that's one of the options. If you've already signed up for one before, any of them, you put that in, you get the discount. Thank you very much. I am David Wilcock, and sign up now at the VIP link to get your exclusive offer, claim your discount, and become one of our own insiders, where you get to be invited to the extra VIP party at the end and have the chance to have your questions personally answered and aired in this video that will become part of history if we do end up doing the Wright brothers of anti-gravity.
It's going to become part of history, all right? It's going to become part of online scam history. And David Wilcock, if you take money from people claiming you're going to teach them how to build a hover car or the secrets of anti-gravity and you don't deliver, that is consumer fraud.
So sign up now at thedisclosure.com/VIP, and I will see you on the other side with your videos that you get to watch once you've actually signed up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Sunday.
So a blob of $100 bills in the dream vision is appropriate matching imagery because the key waking state data relates to all the money schemes Wilcock has been running. Next, in the dream vision, my art was present in both classrooms on the walls. I was actually drawing on the walls, which is similar in waking states to the saying, the writing is on the wall. Also, in waking states, my dream visions and writings are a form of intellectual property art, and there is also one energetic portal design artwork of mine that is also involved in the legal dispute that was shown at Corey Good's for-profit event titled Modern Day Shamans by his associate, and I was not credited as the artist at any time. The main legal arguments are centered around Good and Wilcock using my Dream Vision IP materials and dream research as if it's their own, and it's often represented by them and or their associates as fake news derivative works. The next thing of note in the dream vision is that I mentioned my blocky school shoes that I used to wear in my teenage years almost every day to school. In waking states just recently, my daughter wore a very similar looking pair of shoes to her school that were loaned to her for the Protest the School Dress Code Day. I took a picture of them September 10th, 2021 and shared it with my friend. For those who've read my book, Dreams the Missing Text, and watched other videos of mine, you know the shoes are what I refer to as a timestamp marker or activator, meaning the dream is more active now in waking states. This particular dream vision was essentially dormant for 5 years, but is now active in waking states because the shoes element from the dream made an appearance in waking states. It is to be duly noted, I wore these particular shoes over 20 years ago, and I have no similar ones in my closet. This is also a solid example of why there are seemingly random elements in people's dreams that most people incorrectly write off as their brain just randomly throwing in nonsensical things. The seemingly random or nonsensical objects in dreams are actually waking state time markers, timestamps, and they are a crucial key to accurate predictive dreaming. And you can learn more about that by picking up a copy of my book, Dreams the Missing Text. This brings us to the last similarity that I'll be discussing in this video, and the most obvious one. In the dream vision, David Wilcock asked me my opinion about hover cars. I responded I thought they worked similar to magnets, but not like magnets, and that hovering was more like a parallel force to the Earth's force. In waking states, David is peddling an alleged hover car course now, claiming he will be teaching his students the secrets of anti-gravity and how to build a hover car.
And once you watch this show, you will know how to do it as well.
And he's promising if you buy his course, you'll be able to learn how to build a hover car, an anti-gravity device. I want to find $333 and buy it just so I can complain to the Attorney General that he promised me that he was going to teach me how to build a hover car and said I would be able to do it, and I can't.
You'll understand the physics principles behind the patents that the Navy and the DIA have already declassified.
He's citing these Salvador Pius or whatever patents, which, by the way, are garbage. There's no working prototypes. Just because it's a patent doesn't mean the device works, David Wilcock, you dummy.
I agree with Steven. I think it's highly unlikely Dave is going to produce a hover car at all, let alone have a prototype built within 1 year and for sale in 4 to 5 years. I think it's another one of Wilcock's money grab scams for people still gullible enough to believe him. And I think people should probably steer clear of Wilcock's hover car scam. It is also interesting to note, in the Dream Vision sequence prior, the hover car Dream Vision sequence, I saw a very specific letter A shape and learned during 2017 from a YouTube video since removed that it was similar to the NASA Apollo Aerospace logo. This is also relevant because this bit of waking state data was also included in the PDF record emailed to Corey Goode during 2017, and because Wilcock also claims his new alleged secret insider is the CEO of an aerospace company, and that the facility they are using for alleged hovercar development is a military hangar facility.
So Ben and I have been working for 3 years very quietly on a company that is an aerospace company that generates what we hope to be doing is to generate anti-gravity machines and free energy. So this is the holy grail. This is real. You don't get unauthorized access to military facilities. This is our facility. We own this. Okay, we actually paid for the whole thing, and we got a great deal.
This same night Dream Vision sequence was posted to my Patreon account September 19th of 2020, which is almost exactly 1 year ago. The following are some more examples of timestamp activators that occurred while watching David's hovercar course sales pitch. In the sales pitch, David claims his hovercar development and military hangar is codenamed Snapper.
Hey, this is David Wilcock, and I am here in our undisclosed location, which is codenamed Snapper. And this is the future, folks. This is where we're going to be prototyping your hover car that we would like to have ready for commercial development at an affordable price in the not too distant future, hopefully within 4 years, and a working prototype within 1 year.
My first thought was of the red snapper fish, which links his statement to my many fish-related dreams that I already know are associated with Goode and Wilcock, but this just further affirms it and why, and adds more connecting data. One of the connected dream visions is humorously titled Fish Farts to the Rescue, and was emailed to Corey Goode September 4th, 2017. Another was blogged October 2018 titled I Take MIB Stamper and Go with Shark to Waterworld, which relates to my court case and paper filings as well. Another connected dream vision was blogged June of 2019 titled Animal Sanctuary Prison Heist. In the hovercar dream vision, Dave also gives off a very warm glow and happy smile. And in his hovercar course ad, he gives this huge smile and warm glow at the end of the sales pitch in order to try and lure people into investing.
We are very excited about how this is moving forward, and we will be hoping to sell you hover cars very soon.
Now, Dave already knows I basically don't believe a word he says, and I blogged that dream vision July of 2021, this year, and tweeted about it September 12th of 2021 from having received Dave's latest fake prophecy news email, and I had to comment on that in a tweet. Basically, from where I'm sitting, Dave is proverbially hanging himself with this hovercar scam, which makes me think of the Christmas gross special Kermit the Frog and Bloody Naked Guy, where the guy in the dream is telling a story and he's basically hanging himself at the same time, which is what Dave is doing now, figuratively telling stories and hanging himself at the same time. This particular dream vision then connects back to the COVID dream vision on the Denver Federal Court record, prior filed on the Mesa Court record, and I talked about those dreams in more detail on my Deprogrammer 2 channel on BitChute. Next, the hangar code name of Snapper, again thinking red snapper, activates multiple dream visions involving David Wilcock and the color red. It is to be duly noted, the color red was specifically present in the hovercar dream vision as energetically washing over David, and the color red connects the hovercar dream vision with the David Wilcock red letter envelope dream vision blog September 22nd of 2019. 2 years ago, and that I password protected, waiting for the right time to share it, which appears to be now. It's also interesting to note I did a Google search for David Wilcock and hover cars and discovered he'd mentioned he'd be doing something with hover cars almost exactly 1 year ago on September 16th of 2020. And he looks red in the video clip. And his public hover car claims still are 4 years after my September 2016 Dream Vision and 3 years after emailed to Corey Good. Most of the mentioned blogged Dream Visions are password protected, but if you visit my Patreon page or Buy Me a Coffee page, you can get some of the passwords and read them. Bear in mind, not everything seen in a Dream Vision will be literal. Some things are more figurative, but ironically, that too also connects with waking state data to determine exactly what the figurative meaning is and why, which is another lesson for another video. Or you can learn about it now and grab a copy of my book, Dreams the Missing Text, via my eBay store for a signed copy or Amazon, where a digital Kindle edition is also available alongside of a paperback for reading right now. There are many other connected dream visions and things I'm also looking for and expecting to occur next in waking states. However, those are topics of discussion for another day. So that's it for this video. Remember to like and share and comment and ask any questions below if you want to talk about dreams. If you'd like to watch other videos of mine showing more tangible legal proof that I foresee things in dreams and document them before they occur in waking states, follow the links I've provided in the write-up below. Thank you for watching and listening. This is your host, Ari Stone, signing off.